Two retirees, same age, same $500,000 nest egg, same retirement date. One of them spends confidently for 25 years and still leaves money behind. The other white knuckles every withdrawal, skips the trip she always wanted, and dies with almost the exact same balance she retired with, untouched. Here's the strange part. Most research says the second retiree is far more common than the first. In fact, most people retire terrified of running out of money and then never come close to spending what they actually could. Today, I'm going to show you why that happens, why it might be quietly happening to you right now, and the 4-step fix that lets you finally spend the money you worked your whole life for. Stick with me, because step 3 is the one almost nobody does. If any of that sounds familiar, if you look at your account balance and feel more anxious than reassured, you're not broken and you're not alone. This is something I see constantly, and it's not really a money problem. It's a permission problem. So let's slow down and actually figure out what's going on, and more importantly, what to do about it. There's well-known retirement research showing that most retired couples only withdraw around 2% of their savings a year, not the famous 4% rule you've probably heard about. Half of that. On a $500,000 account, that's the difference between $10,000 a year and $20,000 a year. That's real money. A car payment, a grandchild's tuition, a trip you never took. Just sitting there, unused, year after year. And here's what's strange. Surveys show people fear running out of money in retirement more than they fear dying. Not the diagnosis, not the funeral, the money. That fear has actually been climbing in recent years. So we've got two facts sitting side by side. People are terrified of running out, and at the same time, they're sitting on far more than they're spending. Something doesn't add up. Here's the reveal. Researchers found something almost nobody talks about. People spend about 80% of the income that lands in their account automatically, Social Security, a pension, but only about half of what sits in their savings and investment accounts. Same dollar, same grocery store, same purchasing power, but your brain treats them like two completely different pots of money. One feels like permission, the other feels like risk. Let me show you what this looks like with two people. We'll call them Mark and Diane, both 67, both retired with the exact same $300,000 saved. From the outside, their finances look identical, but Mark spent 31 years with a pension job. Between his pension and Social Security, $55,000 lands in his account every single year, guaranteed. Diane worked for herself. She only has Social Security, about $30,000 a year. Mark ends up comfortable withdrawing 6% of his savings a year because his guaranteed income already covers his bills. Diane, sticking closer to 3%, isn't being irrational. Her $300,000 is her only real cushion. Same balance. Two completely different and both completely correct decisions. The number that actually matters isn't your savings balance, it's your income floor. If this is already making more sense than the generic advice out there, do me a favor. Tap that like button. It helps YouTube put this in front of more retirees quietly sitting on money they're afraid to touch. Now here's the part that changes everything. There's one moment when people suddenly start spending more, and it's not their own decision. It's the year the IRS forces a required withdrawal from their retirement account. The dollar amount doesn't change anything about their life. The only thing that changes is who gave them permission. People will listen to the government before they'll listen to themselves. So here's how you give yourself that permission slip early in 4 simple steps. Step 1, pay yourself a paycheck. Set up an automatic monthly transfer from savings to spending. Make the decision once, not every month. Step 2, label the money. A travel account, a grandkids account. A name turns spending into a plan instead of a risk. Step 3, and this is the one most people skip, stop watching your account balance and start watching your monthly income instead. A big balance invites fear. A steady monthly number doesn't. Step 4, start practicing before the IRS makes you. Take a small withdrawal now, while you still have years before it's required. Get used to the feeling on your own terms. Here's what I want you to walk away with. You didn't save for 30 years just to leave it all behind, untouched, out of fear. The retirees who get this right aren't the ones with the biggest balance. They're the ones who found their real income floor and gave themselves permission to actually live on what they built. You're allowed to spend it. You just want to spend it wisely. If this helped, hit subscribe. I put out a new video every week to help you think clearly about your money. And tell me in the comments, what's your income floor and what's stopping you from spending a little more? I read every comment and your situation might be my next video.